Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Deborah. Today I'm doing something a bit different. I'm making a card. I don't often make cards anymore, but I have to make this one because I'm going to a baby shower on Sunday and I need a card. I also have a quilt that I need to finish, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. And I thought it might be quite cute to use these Tim Holtz paper dolls, of course, my faves. They already have a little boy, and I think they're having another boy, but I'm not really sure. So I thought this might be sweet to include the little boy. And I've also got these are the type chips, they're called. So I don't have another bee, so must have only been 2 bees, and I used it in something that I did. I thought that I could possibly cut that in half and then cut the A as well. And then I've got the number 2, so I don't know whether that's going to look a bit kitschy. The paper I'm using is 13 Arts, I believe, and it's just a random piece that I had, 12 by 12, and I've cut it just into a card size because I also have an envelope that hopefully the card's going to fit in. And then a whole bunch of these little Tim Holtz things. I just thought I'd stick some of them behind it, decorate up the actual envelope as well, and see how we go from there. So let's get going with it all. I don't want anything too dark. Certainly want to keep it quite light in terms of what I'm using. Now I've got some lace because I thought maybe I could put some lace or something like that down. I do actually have this blue lace, which I could put across there, or maybe I'll just use cream. I'm going to put that under, I think, underneath their feet and things like that. So first of all, up comes this, and these need to go down. Now, I have changed the piece on the top of my sugar bell bottle. I think it still work. I've just made it, I've put a bigger one with a bigger hole in it because the other one was a little bit small for me. It's driving me a bit mad having to wait for it to come out. So this one will probably come gushing out, and then I'll be complaining about the glue gushing out. But let's just put this down. I'm just wondering if I need to do something a bit fancier than what I'm doing. It's a bit of a worry. I'm not doing that much, am I? You can see that this is coming out much faster now. Just wanted to stick some of them a little bit down before I did the final piece on them. Lift it up and do some underneath. It's only a card, so it probably doesn't need to last that long unless she keeps them. I don't know, I used to keep things like this, but I don't anymore. Just have too much stuff otherwise as the years go by. I like the little boy holding the mother's skirt. That's cute. And then across here I want to put baby B-A, and then the other B-Y, and then 2. Thought I'd put a 2 on there since it's the second one. I'm the baby of my family, and I know that, you know, my sisters have a lot more stuff than what I have in terms of, you know, special photograph albums. There's plenty of photos, but you know, like a special baby album and all of the recorded information, and then I don't have any of that really. I think by the time Mum had 3, and my sister was 2.5, and my middle sister was 1.5 when I was born, so she had 2.5 or 1.5 and a brand new baby. I think that would have been pretty tough. And also she had a pub that she worked in, you know, they owned a pub, so she worked at the bar just in a country town. I think that's quite cute. I quite like that. I don't know if I want the B-A-B-Y down the bottom or up the top though. Or maybe like across here. I think I'm going to put it up there. It's quite traditional to stick it down the bottom, but I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to put it up there. So let me chop this off. Now, I haven't cut these before, so I have no idea if it actually is going to look any good. Let's try it. She's not a real girly girl, so I think that she'll probably like it, you know. And I can probably add some more stuff now that I've got sort of a base for it there. I've certainly got plenty of stuff around here to add. So a few more things that I've got to try and put on. I've got this little disc that says Cherish. I've also got W for Wonderful, some bolt pins, and a bit of this seam binding. Now, I thought about doing a tiny little bow, but I wanted to do like a, you know, triplicate, so it's nice and fluffy. I'm just wondering if that's going to work. And I think 3 finger widths should be enough. 1, 2, 3, and around. Cut this off here. And if it doesn't work, I've just wasted a bit of seam binding, so that's really neither here nor there, is it? And then turn it around. I need another pair of hands. And pull it tight and see what happens. I've done this on a big scale, you know, when I'm doing some wall decorations and things for the house, but never done a tiny little one, and it's a bit fiddly. That's okay. I think I can manage. I'll keep on assuming that I'm going to get this. I need to tie that round. I haven't left my tie piece long enough, so that's a bit of a problem. Now it's coming out. Tie it up again and see if I can get it to loop round itself. Went a bit skimpy there, didn't I? Ah, there you go. Now if I stick that down there and then put one of the ball pins in it, ball pins, whatever you call them. I tend to call them ball pins. I think that's not right, but that's what I call them. I know what I'm talking about then when I think of them. Oh, hang on. They're jumping everywhere. They're looking to escape. Not on my watch though. And then if I put this in here and maybe dangle the Cherish off it. I want to put this on before I glue it down, otherwise it might be extremely fiddly. I've decided to use W for Wonderful. And just a jump ring, so hopefully it will stay on and it'll lay where I want it to lay. Now that just wasn't working. I didn't like what it was doing, so I've switched it over just for a little pearl. It was hanging below the card and it just wasn't really working, and when that's sort of up like that, it's quite cute to have a little bobbly thing on there anyway. So that's that. I need to write on it in the centre, which I will. Now I'm going to move on to the envelope. So I've got the envelope here, this one, and first thing is to check that it will go in. Might not now I've put that bobble on it. Let's see. Yep, it will. So that'll be fine. And I've cut the same piece, you know, the top of the same piece that I'm using, and I will put it here like this. Lift that up. Yes, definitely. All right, let's get a move on, because I seem to have been fiddling around with this for a long time and I just now want to get it done, and that will be the end of it then. I'll be able to just do the quilt tomorrow. I've done most of the quilt. I've only got a little bit of stuff to finish up. I'm just a bit behind. Everything's been happening in my world and I've just gotten a little bit behind on where I like to be. I don't like to be rushing to get things done, and I find that when you rush, you're not terribly creative anyway, because I think that you just need to have time to think and have time to be creative. I don't think it's something that you can do and go, okay, let's be creative now. It's to me, it doesn't work like that. So this can go on here. And just make sure that that's on. I have cut it to size, so hopefully it will fit. And then on the top and the back, I don't really want to put more paper. So I'm thinking that I'll do some book page. And then on the back, I want to put fragile, handle with care. Maybe I'll put that down here. It'll look better down the bottom than it would up the top, I think. There's a lot of air in this thing. I wish now I'd bought the smaller ones, because as I use the glue, it's going to be more and more air in it, isn't there? I don't know, if somebody's got one of the smaller ones, then perhaps you can let me know if you prefer it or not. Okay, put that down there. And then I think that's enough. I don't want to go overboard. I've got airmail on the back, fragile, handle with care, and then I've got that on the front, special delivery. I think that looks quite good like that. And then I've got my card inside, so I just have to write on it now, and then I can pop it into its envelope and it'll be done. So all I have to do now is make the quilt, which, you know, or finish the quilt, I should say. Not making it from scratch. I mean, I have, but not tomorrow. I'm just going to do the last bit of the quilt and it'll be all ready for Sunday. And then I can enjoy myself at the baby shower. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, this is Deborah. Cheers.